Today, let's talk about one of the greatest trap and hip-hop producers out there, WondaGurl. WondaGurl is a Toronto-based music producer, famous for her incredible production work in tracks such as this by Travis Scott, and tracks such as this by Drake.
When you get to where I'm at, you gotta remind them where the fuck you at.
So what can we learn from WondaGurl and use in our own production? So let's break down the unique sound and techniques that make WondaGurl's sound so diverse. To further understand her sound, let's break down two individual tracks. Let's start with the first, Can't Say. So we start with this guitar playing these two simple minor chords. But then after we add these effects, we get so much more of a unique psychedelic sound. Next, we head into the Prophet 3. We then render that audio out and reverse it, which then gives us the intro of the song. Then we move on to the verse guitar. So as we can see, the drum patterns are fairly complex.
And I don't make a lot of simple beats.
The pitch of the hi-hats and the rhythm is very important. So we have the rolls in there to add a lot of rhythmic movement to the song, and she always seems to use snares or rims.
Gang, back in the stool. Gang, saving them tomorrow, that's the beat from my old ones, but
And with this hi-hat and snare, she throws in these two perk patterns. The layering just adds further depth and bounce in the track. Next, she has those hard kicks and 808s.
You're gonna get some hard kicks, some hard 808s.
Her 808 often has an envelope on it, so it pauses and stops. This adds to further bounce, often using slides. She always tends to use unorthodox 808 patterns in her tracks. And then for the hook section, the drums are half-timed and the intro melody is played again. As seen in this interview by WondaGurl, she likes her beats to tell a story.
At the end of the day, I want just like at least one finished, like nice beat that kind of like tells a story.
Part of telling a story is evolution and change. In the section with toliver, we can see the hi-hat switched up, the 808 is switched up. The rim used earlier is now switched to a clap. The kick pattern is exactly the same, but the 808 pattern is different. Check this out. There's a lot more slides in this one. It has evolved while the hi-hat has got simpler. Now let's move on to the second track, which I believe to be the first remake on YouTube. It is No Idea by toliver. So WondaGurl started with the Q-beat sample, and the original Q-beat sample sounds like this. This is then pitched down 400 cents and slowed down to 128. And it didn't sound right until I put a chorus on it. From multiple clips of her cooking beats up online, we see she uses Fruity Slicer. So I put this melody into Fruity Slicer and found the exact chops she uses. This then leads into the verse. So we have this middle section, just pitched down one octave. WondaGurl then layers this with a second Fruity Slicer with these sample chops on. And this little break at the beginning where just the low part hits really adds some cool bounce to the track. This is then followed by such an unorthodox drum pattern. and again, there's multiple hi-hats. It adds to WondaGurl's bounce. It's signature of WondaGurl. WondaGurl has weird sound selection,
and she's just really stellar with the sound selection. This shit sounds so weird. I love it.
And we see that with this snare. It is 2 instances of fruity delay, pan to each side with different timings, and then we add the first of 3 808 patterns, again showing this storytelling procedure. Then the sample drops back in and we have this brand new drum pattern. Then we get into 808 pattern 2. I'm gonna leave both FLPs to these tracks over on my Patreon. Check the link in the description if you'd like access to those FLPs to see a more in-depth look at it all. Now let's make our own WondaGurl style track. The melodies in WondaGurl tracks are often dark, ambient, and include synth sounds. The bass is a really aggressive bass, got lots of low end. Today's video is sponsored by DistroKid. DistroKid is an online music distribution service which allows you to get your music onto Apple Music, Spotify, and all those sites. And the best part is you keep 100% of your earnings, and is adding numerous features all the time to be the #1 music distribution service. This includes uploading high-definition music videos in 4K, which really makes your music look very professional, and releasing a music video onto DistroKid is a really good way of staying promoting your music after the initial release. I'll have my sign-up link in the description, which gets you 7% off your first year's membership. And now let's get back into the video. So we're basically just layering, creating an atmosphere. So now we have it in a new session. Let's do what WondaGurl would do, pitch it down and speed it up. Liking, no idea. What we're gonna do is make it unique and pitch it down a full octave. Then we're gonna split it by beats, and we're just gonna mess with this a little bit. We have the hats. We're starting to establish that balance. Let's get a few more perks in here. So we need silence in the 808. Then we're going to get a second 808. And let's get a drum break from my drum pack. Then we'll get another pattern again, and this time a totally new bounce. So again, another really unorthodox 808 pattern. That is WondaGurl. Let me know which artist you want next.